What's good, y'all? It's Tahiti Gang. What's good? What's good?
This is MilkyWaay. Welcome to the kitchen. All right, Tahiti, welcome to the kitchen.
What's good? What's good?
So, tell us about your music. Tell us about yourself as an artist.
Word. So my name is Tahiti. I'm 26 years old. I grew up in Windsor, but I've been living in East Hartford for the last couple of years. As far as music, I've been doing music for about like 10 years or so. But music's always been in my life. From family members, etc. And then I really got into it after high school. Got my own equipment and everything, and then started with just doing remixes to like my favorite songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, like let me try to like really make like a real song. So then that's when I started getting into like the tight beats, and then just going from there.
That's dope. I feel like you really like kind of developed like a signature sound. How long has that been around? Would you say?
Honestly, I feel like I'm still finding like my my sound for real. Only because I like to consider myself a versatile artist. So you never really know what's next when it comes to me. Like, and I kind of like it that way. So then when I'm dropping projects and stuff like you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it kind of makes it like fun.
So, tell us about your influences. What kind of musicians do you look for influences, or what do you do in life to inspire yourself to make music?
So honestly, every time I get asked this question, like I always give the same answer, and it's like, life in general is my inspiration because, it's one thing to make music and to just talk on a beat, but like to actually have meaning behind what you're saying, and to really care about the craft and put passion into it, you got to go through life to put those types of emotions into your music. So I usually don't write anything if nothing is really going on, or if I don't have anything to say, then I'm not gonna say anything. That's just as simple as that. But definitely, life is my biggest inspiration.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like when I'm like doing a lot of stuff in my life that I like, I'm like excited about living life and stuff. I make better beats, but
right.
When I'm like either like stuck doing like the same thing at work all day for a long time and it just feels like boring, I'm not as inspired to make beats yet.
No, definitely. Cause I think about it, like if you're going through a breakup, like you're gonna have all these thoughts and all these emotions. You want to get out. Boom. Okay. If you're you're in a good spot now, you're coming out of depression or so, like you want to talk about the breakthrough. Like life really, gives you that motivation.
I looked at my last girlfriend. Yeah, I was making crazy beats.
That's how it be. I hate to say it, but like sometimes you make your best stuff at your lowest, like because it brings like just a different it just brings out a different beast out of you. Definitely.
So you said you've grown up in Windsor and then East Hartford. So how has growing up in Connecticut like influenced the way you make music or influenced the way that you like go about being an artist?
Honestly, like the music scene has just changed so much. Oh, and not even over that long of a span of time, because like 10 years ago when I first was getting into the music and stuff like that, there was the dumbing out and the all that stuff, like, and I'm sure there's still artists out there that still make that sort of vibe, but it's just different now. It's just not the same, or like just CT in general just doesn't come together when it comes to the music scene, when at the end of the day, like, we're all in the same spot. Like, none of us are established artists, to be having the egos and shit like that. Like, we all have the same goal. We all want to make something of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that I've seen that progress over time for sure. And then, I will say, though, that I've only really been consistent over the last, like, 3 years. So over the course of those 3 years, I've also seen, the change in trends and what have you. But And then there's always the debate about, how a lot of CT, artists are trying to, do the drill and try to be New York and not CT. You know what I mean? Like, there's always that debate about, music, but honestly, like I said, CT had a sound, and then now it's just, that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, I feel like I'm not as opposed to CT artists like doing some drill stuff, but like,
no, right? That's what I'm
because
saying.
we're right next door to New York. It's not like we're across the country. Like, people are collaborating with each other.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff going on, and there's a lot of different people doing like cool stuff in different lanes. It's not like one of these cities like, I don't live in Memphis, but I feel like if you live in Memphis, you're kind of like almost sucked in towards the Memphis type beat. And
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
because
you might lose some attention because people are like looking to Memphis for that kind of music.
Exactly.
But like, we don't have that kind of. You're not like being weighed down by one style in Connecticut. There's a ton of different people doing a ton of cool stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Like explore that. Like, don't try to be like CT has so much talent. Like, we need to just all support each other and broadcast that, so people are like, oh shit, like CT, like they got a lot they got a lot going on out here. Like, we over here worried about all these other things. Like, little old CT, like
yeah,
all this,
people
all
act
this
like
talent.
we don't have a lot going on out here.
Yeah,
like, we have a lot of money like floating around the industry. Like, it's not like some dried up like.
Yeah, I mean, we are like a
scene.
highway, but like,
yeah,
like
New York is right next door, so it's easy to be like, oh, New York has a huge scene. We have nothing, but like, we have so much more than like most other states, most other cities. Like, think about how many cities there are in like the Midwest where there's just like no scene, no nothing.
Yeah, but my biggest thing is like, and I can't remember who told me this. Shout out to them, but I can't for the love of, I'm smoking too much. But whoever told me this, they said, like, do you want to be a local artist or you want to be a world artist? You feel me?
Yeah.
So it comes to the point where, like, okay, you got to be having the mentality that, okay, you need to make music that's universal, that it's not only going to hit in New York because it's drill or whatever. Like, drill's not going to, you go to, like, I don't know, like, Kentucky or something, like some random ass state, like, you can't bring that vibe over there and then expect to get the reaction that you're gonna get over here, because that's the sound catered to over here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about your audience, and I feel like, like I said, like, it's cool to make the stuff, but like, you gotta be thinking like, you want to be different.
I was even just thinking about this, like. Yeah, like a New York drill song would almost never blow up in like Brazil or like
you feel
China.
Me? Yeah, exactly.
But like Drake has songs that are super popular in like Brazil or China. Like, sometimes these like specific genres, sometimes it's really cool to like pioneer a genre, but sometimes I feel like people get like sucked into it and they don't try to make something that's like for a bigger audience for them.
Right. Like even me personally, like if I was to hop on a drill beat, I think I have, like, a long time ago, but like, I don't really hop on drill for real, but if I was, I wouldn't do the same flow that everybody hears. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would try to do something different with it, so then you're like, oh, okay, like, this is drill, but like, she got her own flow with it.
Yeah.
So now it's different, you know what I'm saying?
The other thing about it being so popular is like,
it all sounds the same, because everybody's
done
the same drum patterns,
it's all
same
recent
thing.
memory, like. So you gotta switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Because then it comes to, you go to showcases, and now half the thingy sounds like it's one song because it's all the same.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a long, like, hella features. It's just hella, it's like beat switches and stuff like that.
It's
like,
just one long pause.
One long song, yeah. Like, you gotta switch it up,
So you perform a lot. You perform more than most of the other people who have been on the kitchen. Maybe all the other people who have been on the kitchen. And so I want to ask you some questions about like your philosophy as a performer. So what do you think makes for a good performance?
Honestly, I'm still learning as I go, honestly, and that's why I do so many, because I want to be practicing and, getting it right, so then when I get to that big crowd, it's like cake because I've done so many and I'm used to being on the stage and stuff like that. I honestly have like really bad anxiety, believe it or not. Like it's kind of ironic because like you're an artist, but you have, you know what I mean? But like once I get in the zone, then it's just go time. But it's still a work in progress. But really, first of all, like knowing your audience of like where you're going, that's really important because if people that go to my shows and stuff like that, or when I show the recaps and stuff, you might hear certain songs over because I know those are popular and those fit that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna do like if be aware of who you're performing with as well, so you can make the show go together as a whole. That too, because like I'll do that. Like I'll look at other artists like who's popping out. Like okay, like they do this vibe, or like I'll look for something like this, to fit with the vibe of like if this is what they're coming with, because I'm not gonna come with like a piano song and everybody's doing drill. Like they're gonna be like, what? Like this is a whole flipping. You can, but it's just like you want to be memorable and make your mark. Like as far as showcases, but like regular performances, I wear shades, but eye contact. If you don't wear shades, to really connect with the audience, and then just have the energy out there. Like be your biggest fan. Like rock out like you rocking in the shower. You know what I mean? Like this is your shit. Like own it.
Something you might not do in the performances, but I feel like your music is easy to sing along to too. You have a lot of like good catchy hooks and stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that makes it easy for the crowd to get involved.
Yeah. Or I'll be like, oh, like sing it with me, da-da-da. And they're simple enough that you're not like, wait, what is it? Like, is it just 2 words or something like that? You just be like, all right, like just like that, too nice, like that's easy. Now it's stuck in your head all day.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
So if you had any more advice for like people who want to perform more and people who are trying to become good performers, what would you say?
Definitely practice because, when you go and watch, people perform and stuff, you can tell who practiced and who didn't. If the track is just playing and you're like, they didn't come to see you, they didn't come to listen to it with you, they came to see you perform, so, definitely practice and I'm even working on it too, like, getting more comfortable with like in working breath control. That's a big one too. Breath control, like a lot of my songs are one takes. Like I keep doing it until I can do it in one take. So then now it's in the back of my head, and now when I perform it, it's nothing because I was able to do it in the studio. So it's literally like what I perform is literally the same thing, type shit, which is cool too. Because nothing wrong with it, but like some people like punch every single line. It's like damn, like. That's a long studio session.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I hate that.
That's so much work. I know it is.
With that.
I know that's mad work. I make it easy for my producers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely work on breath control. Like be running through it back and back and back till you know it like the back of your hand. So that if there's technical difficulties, because it's happened to me before, if it does cut out, you can just keep going. Like show goes on. Like it that good that you can just keep going without the beat. If come back in, boom, it doesn't. Do it a cappella because you know it. You know?
People love that.
Yeah, exactly. And now you got them hyped because they're like, like she still punched through that stuff.
So you just released a 2-part EP, Time Heals and Time Heals Part 2. Tell us about that.
So it's basically was just a compilation of like emotions kind of, showing the progression of time healing. So like part 1 was more like, in your bag, like sad breakup type stuff. And then the last track, 2099 was like the transitional track into part 2, because that one was like kind of like a love song, but it was like a pop kind of, when the other vibes were more like, mellow and stuff like that. And then part 2 was more of like hype vibes, and you're showing, like through the lyrics and stuff, you can hear, the change in emotion and like, okay, like she's healing, like type of thing. So that's kind of what the concept was with that one.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
All right, so give me the top song. What's the top pick from each project?
I would definitely say for part 1, definitely Drained. Everybody loves Drained. I feel like just the vibes of it is just it's a chill vibe and just
That's the first one I heard from you.
Yeah, I'm feeling. Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Drain, and I wrote it like if you're really listening to what I'm saying, like I like you said, like I be doing shows all the time. Like I'm literally drained. Like I do so much, but like at the same time, like I love it because like I love what I do. Like I love this music shit. Like I'm like genuinely passionate about it. Like I put like a bit of me in every song. Like
yeah,
and you can feel that. Like I like to connect to my audience. So you know, music. I just love music. Like it's just.
And what about on part 2?
Oh, and then part 2, I would say Trance. Trance, I actually helped co-produce the beat, and it was a vibe. Like as soon as we put it together, and I was just like, "Shawty do her little dance, that shit got me." I was like, "Bro, that's a hit right there. Like that's so catchy." Like, and then when I perform it, like I got the little dance. Like everybody loves Trance, yeah. So definitely Trance. Drain and Trance are definitely my top 2.
All right, and tell us about your next upcoming release. What's next for you?
So my next project, I got an album coming out very very soon. That's called Thoughts of Tahiti, and it's basically, just a collection of things that go on in my brain. Like literally it's literally the Thoughts of Tahiti. Like I can't wait till you guys to like see the cover. I'm end up posting it soon, but so you gotta wait for that. Stay tuned. But yeah, it's literally a staircase to my brain. So like you literally just gotta tune in to hear the Thoughts of Tahiti. But it's basically just a collection of different things throughout the year, and new stuff I've been working on and stuff like that. Actually, no, it's all new stuff. Yeah, because Time Heals was I had just put together some stuff, but like Thoughts of Tahiti is all new, like all new stuff. So I'm excited. Oh, Agenda's on there.
All right, you ready to get cooking?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
So, what kind of beat do you want to make?
Surprise me.
All right. Nice, I like that.
I like a challenge.
Oh, that's definitely something.
Now we cooking.
Hell yeah! All right, let me turn this fan back on. Damn, I don't realize it's the hottest fucking day of the year. This is crazy. That's a little bit off. I'm just gonna chop it. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Because like and it's cool too because I know like the average person when they're hearing a song, they're not like dissecting. Well, obviously producers, but like the average person isn't like dissecting the beat. Like like I hear those snares in the back, or ooh,
Yeah.
I hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think about that all the
appreciating
time,
the little
like-
shit. So like, and now that I've been getting into like making beats more and stuff like that, like starting from scratch too, like adding all those little things that people are gonna hear later on, like
Yeah.
that shit is so cool to me. Or just have it be continuous, like from that other note. No.
Like that?
Yeah, but you can cut it a little shorter, but just have it like extend a little longer than those last two. Maybe like go up for the like add a one going up.
I was gonna do that like the second time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You like that? Or just let me know when you hear something you like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like
I might just have to do it like manually. Can you do it like what you were saying again?
wait, go back to the other one.
You like that?
You can't edit that?
I don't really know how. Like, what would you want to do?
Like, just make it a little less aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
But the beginning is lit, and then just not as many shit at the end type shit, you know?
Alright, I might be able to do that. Like, I think if I do
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I'm just not really, like, I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'll mess around a little bit.
See, like, this sounds like a little more cleaner.
I'm gonna try even with a couple labs. You like that?
There it is.
Okay, that's pretty fine. I like
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
Nah.
Roast beef. I gotta start using this more, I guess.
I'm telling you, it like gives it like a bounce.
And then I just want to get one more instrument and put on some drums. Like, it's gonna be pretty simple.
What's the thing?
Like a little, yeah.
Oh, wait, go back. Yeah,
Like that.
like a chill thing in the background. Go down at the end, like.
Yeah, that's fire.
Okay.
drum time.
That's crazy. Shit. I'm gonna kill this shit.
Alright, I'm pretty much done right to the beat. So whenever you're ready.
Is there a triangle on there?
No, should I add one?
Yeah, like I made a
Tap
triangle.
triangle. Oh, that's fire.
Okay. TD gang shit, you already know what the fuck going on. We in the kitchen. Let's go. I don't mean to embellish, but Tahiti is the bestest. No sorry for these niggas, they ain't even a contestant. Or now you wanna be buddy buddy, fuck out of my presence. That shit that goes around ain't come around, I took the exit. I'm in my own lane, I got a vibe and I project it. Inspired by my life, but they don't hear what I'm expressing. I'ma keep on grinding till I make this my profession. I'll always be number one, even when I'm second. Listen, on my ride up to the stew, saw 777. Shout out Shorty, she the baddest, sent from heaven. How's that saying go when life give you some lemons? Would've made lemonade, but I just make depression with the weed and the liquor ain't suggesting. I just hop up on the mic and spit confessions. Y'all ain't authentic, y'all just see through like some resin. Everywhere I go, I'm making an impression. See the gang.